Hi there, Sue. I'm very happy to see that you've sent us your first essays. Great job. Let's get right into your corrections. See what you wrote. The first one is about communication between family members. Let's see what you said. In modern society, communication of family members becomes an issue. This is due to some individuals feel that when most family members grew up, implied that dialogue between each other is most likely less than before. Personally, I strongly agree with that. Okay. Let's change a few things here, okay, because some of the grammar is a little too simple and some of it is incorrect. So let's just clean it up. Starting here. In modern society, communication between family members has become an issue. Okay, that's the right tense here. This is because some individuals feel that that dialogue between family members is less than before. Okay? Then, personally, I strongly agree with that. It's a little too short, it's a little too simple, but it's okay. What I wanted you to do was just to add that, that you're going to explain your argument with examples and, prove your argument or something like that. So you could have said, personally, I strongly agree with this opinion, and I will support my answer with examples from, I don't know, various studies and personal experience. Something like that would have been fine, okay? All right, first body paragraph. First of all, one of the factors to affect communication, not that communication is... Alright, let's get rid of some of these thes here. So, first of all, one of the factors to affect communication is social media. And the main reason is that family members may spend much time on Instagram or Facebook. Therefore, communication among the family members is really deteriorated by using phone devices. Okay, how about this? Because they are all using their phones rather than speaking to each other. Okay, make it clearer. For instance, some studies found that when people spent a long time without this, you don't need this, a long time looking at their social media, hang on a second. For instance, some studies found that when people spend a long time on their social media, it causes most users unwillingly to react to their environment. In other words, using social media, I don't know what you mean I don't know what that means. Most of them do not perceive the problem to weaken their relations. All right. There are some problems here. I mean, some of your expression is not clear, and so it makes it difficult to understand what you're trying to say. It kind of restricts the meaning. So I don't know what you mean by unwillingly react to their environment. I don't know what you mean here, social media from family members. What do you say? What are you trying to say? That when I communicate with my family members through social media, I don't understand that. And then you say that it weakens their relations, but you don't really explain to me why. So there's there are a lot of areas here that need development, and I don't know if they're not developed because you just didn't develop them, or because the weakness in your language doesn't allow you to express what you're trying to express. Okay, so those are some questions I have. Next paragraph. In addition, the stressful working style is another point a point which affects communication. Capital T. This, no. Let's get rid of the and just start with society. Society has become more competitive than 10 years ago because of globalization of trade, which may speed up the fierce environment. Thus, many people live in the city center. Thus, many people who live in the city center need to work longer hours to uphold their job position, which, you don't even need this. Okay. For example, some researchers from Cambridge found that working hours so long in the workplace may trigger high pressure and depression, which may which may, not detriment, you can't use detriment like that, which may negatively affect, you could just say, health. Therefore, some members may not have a dialogue with their family. Okay, no, that's not a clear connection. Okay, it's like you went from point A to point D and you skipped B and C. So you're talking about high pressure and depression, and then you say they may not have a dialogue. How can we possibly connect those? You need to take me through it step by step. Maybe because people are working so long in the office, they don't have time to talk to their family members, or maybe they have so much pressure that they kind of withdraw into themselves and don't seek help from family members, and this leads to depression. Okay, so your connection here really needs a little more substance. In conclusion, the communication issue in modern society is due to too much pressure from work and attention to social media. In other words, we should be aware of whether whether or not such situations happen in our family. Okay, so I pretty much explained to you already what some of the issues with that essay are. Let's go straight into your second one. Okay, some individuals believe that reading is a very significant activity, which is better than doing here an activity which is better than doing an activity that they enjoy when considering that. Okay, let me try that again. Some individuals believe that reading is a very significant activity, which is better than doing an activity they enjoy when considering the development of skills and imagination. Personally, I completely agree. The reasons are that there are some advantages of doing exercise. Okay. How about this? The reasons are that there are some advantages to other activities like sports and other activities which can develop other skills, something like that. Okay. First of all, sports competition is one of the most is one of the enjoyable activities that allows a child to have a strong physical health. This is because you don't do a sports competition, you participate in a sports competition, may allow a child to strengthen their physical abilities such as running and cycling. Furthermore, the children may have good health without the doing exercise to focus on their learning at school. In other words, their skills and creativity may be triggered by a serious I don't know what this means. What is a serious exercise? For instance, some researchers from Cambridge found that if a child keeps practice, such as running, you don't keep practice. If a child engages in physical activity, if a child attends regular sports activity, something, okay, such as running, in doing exercise 20 minutes a day, the brain function would be enhanced by 20%. I don't know what this means. On better balancing body. I have no idea. Therefore, doing exercise can have a benefit which is hard to be replaced by reading. Alright, this is good. This last sentence. In addition, doing an enjoyable activity such as gardening can give a child great innovation and creativity. No with. Firstly, designing skill is something that some children should learn from classes, not the classes. Secondly, they need to handle some tools to help them to grow the plant and decorate the garden. Therefore, they may learn to coordinate the whole design to carry out what they plan. For example, some studies, plural, found that gardening activity can enhance students' innovation effectively when compared, ed, here, to reading. Thus, it is obvious that doing an enjoyable activity allows a child to have a better imagination. Okay. In conclusion, reading is not the only one activity to give better development. For children. In fact, we cannot ignore the benefit of other activities. No S, and here IES, such as gardening and sports competitions. S. Okay. So I like a lot of your ideas, but I want you to expand on them. I want you to make your connections clearer. In other words, don't skip points. So if you're going to say something like point A and point D, make sure you lead the reader through the points B and C as well. Then some of the grammar had some real problems, so I want you to revise some of the grammar issues that I mentioned here. Okay. But it's a good attempt for your first essays. Now what you need to do is you need to correct these essays based on the recommendations in this correction, and then create an error correction list where you have the incorrect version and next to it you have the corrected version. All right, this will help you to kind of see which mistakes you keep making over and over. And then you need to write new essays for us. I want you to do all of this within the next 24 hours or so that you can really apply everything you've been learning. Alrighty, so good luck. Good job with these. I'll be here waiting to see what you write next.